Hello, I'm Pranav Naik and I'm presenting Space and Volume versus Material that I co-tutored with Taral Patel this semester at SEPT. The studio went to ask, what makes a space resonate with us? How does one feel space? The grain of the space, density, behavior, temperature, or memory in the space. What makes one choose this door over another, or a stair over the ramp? How do we see architectural space without the aura of the original designer? How do we read it and how do we express it on our own terms? This is an expression of the Melonas Association building. This one for the Institute of Indology, the Sarkhej Rosa, or a personal space that a student has explored. A site was then selected to be devoid of technical functions and to focus on experience. The site was interpreted and looked at in that way. Iterations were produced for volume and space, and a material exploration was then worked upon. Usually, it was one or two materials that were looked at and looked at in depth to see how they stack, how they bend, how does light flow through them, the memory of that material, the decay in that material, and transformation that one can bring about or that happens on its own. Students explored all of these materials in a variety of ways. The studio encouraged students to go way beyond their comfort zone and explore their space and material in ways that they've never seen before. They looked at what they wanted to create as an experience and what would be the moves that one could make to make that actually happen. This is the example of the space that we saw right before this. The studio invited and spoke with Banduk Smith Studio to see how they function and what kind of role does material play in their studio. Roma Tayebji and Shreyank Kemalpure were invited for a review, and they also spoke with the students about how space and volume affects thinking. Sachin Bandukwala returned for a review after his initial lecture. We invited Anushka Ashok to talk about behavior architecture with the students and how space influences behavior. She also sat with the students and did a review as well as talked to them about their personal projects. The studio also encouraged students to work with engineers and other people who could help them. Through iterations and case studies, the studio works to develop a design vocabulary rooted in construction logic rather than imposed aesthetics. These are the readings. And finally, the question is that how do we design not just a space but an atmosphere? Thank you.